My name is Aurelia Voss. I am 27 years old. On my wedding night, my own sister stood up and claimed my fiancé was having an affair with her. She showed photos, messages, and called him a playboy. My whole family believed her, and they even called the police. The wedding was stopped, but I said nothing. Until I turned toward the audience, played a video, and everything changed. Before I reveal what really happened, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me your country in the comments. Now, let's begin. The wedding hall looked perfect, with soft golden lights filling the room, flowers arranged beautifully on every table, and a gentle melody playing in the background. Everything was exactly how I imagined. I stood there in my wedding dress, holding my bouquet tightly, while people smiled, talked, and laughed around me. My family looked happy, proud, and for a moment I allowed myself to feel it. This was it, the day I had been waiting for. I slowly looked to my right. He was standing there, my fiancé, calm, confident, exactly the man I chose, the man I trusted, the man I loved. If someone had asked me that day why I chose him, I would have smiled because our story was simple. We didn't meet in some dramatic way. It started quietly on a normal day, with a normal conversation, and somehow, it stayed. He wasn't the type of man who tried too hard. He didn't show off or speak too much, but when he spoke, he meant every word. And that's what I liked. He listened, understood, respected me. In a world where people pretend, he felt real. I still remember the day he proposed. There was no big crowd, no loud celebration, just the two of us on a quiet evening. He looked at me, a little nervous, and said, "I don't promise a perfect life, but I promise I will never lie to you." That was it. No fancy lines, but I believed him because in that moment I could see the truth in his eyes. And I said yes. After that, everything moved fast. Families met, plans were made, dates were fixed, and before I knew it, I was standing here about to become his wife. I looked at him again, and he gently squeezed my hand, a small smile, a silent promise. Everything felt right. The ceremony began as guests settled down and the music softened. The priest started speaking, words about love, trust, and commitment. I listened quietly, trying to hold on to the moment. This is it, I thought. After this, we'll officially be husband and wife. My heart started beating a little faster. Not from fear, but from excitement. A new life. A new beginning. I glanced toward my family. My mother was smiling, my father looked proud, and then my eyes moved toward my sister. She was standing a little distance away, watching. Her expression was hard to read. Not smiling, not upset, just watching. For a second, something about it felt strange, but I ignored it. Maybe I was overthinking. It was a big day. Everyone reacts differently. I looked away and focused back on the ceremony as the priest continued speaking. And now we move to the final vows. My heart skipped a beat. This was it, just a few more moments, a few more words, and everything would change. I tightened my grip on the bouquet and took a slow breath. Then, a voice suddenly cut through the hall. "Stop this wedding." The word echoed, sharp and clear. The music stopped, the priest paused, and everyone turned. My heart dropped. I didn't need to look. I already knew who it was. Slowly, I turned my head. My sister was walking forward, step by step, all eyes on her as the room fell into complete silence. She stopped in the middle, looked around, then looked straight at me, and said something that shocked everyone. "My sister's fiancé," she said, pausing for a moment, "is having an affair with me." Silence filled the hall. Complete silence. For a moment, no one moved. No one spoke. It felt like time stopped. Then suddenly, whispers exploded across the hall. What did she say? "That's impossible. Is this a joke?" My heart was beating fast, but my face stayed still. I looked at her. She wasn't nervous. She wasn't confused. She looked confident, like she had been waiting for this moment. My fiancé stepped forward immediately. "That's not true," he said firmly. "She's lying." But my sister didn't even hesitate. "Of course you'll deny it," she replied. Then she slowly raised her phone. "I knew you would." The room grew tense. Then explain this, she said. She turned the screen toward the guests. People leaned closer, trying to see. I didn't move. She has photos, someone whispered. And messages, another voice said. Gasps filled the room. Oh my God. This looks real. My mother covered her mouth. My father stepped forward, his face turning serious. What is this? He demanded. My sister didn't break eye contact. He's been meeting me behind her back, she said. He told me he doesn't love her. Every word echoed in the hall. He's a playboy, she continued. He used me, and now he's pretending to be loyal. My fiancé's voice rose. That's a lie, he said. I never said any of that, but the room had already changed. People weren't listening anymore. They were judging, watching, deciding. My family turned toward him. How could you do this? You ruined everything. Anger started building. Voices grew louder. You deceived us. This wedding is a lie. Someone shouted, call the police. And just like that, everything began to fall apart. The music stopped completely. The priest stepped back. Guests stood up from their seats. The perfect wedding was turning into chaos. My sister stepped closer. Closer to him. You think you can deny everything, she said. After everything you did? My fiancé looked frustrated. I didn't do anything, he repeated. She's making this up. But his voice was drowning. Because no one wanted to hear the truth anymore. They wanted drama. They wanted someone to blame. And he was the easiest target. My sister raised her voice again. He cheated me, and now he's going to cheat her too. Gasps. Shock. Disappointment. Everything mixed together. My mother turned toward me. Her eyes filled with confusion. Pain. Is this true? She asked. I didn't answer. I just stood there, watching everything unfold. My father's voice came next. This wedding cannot continue, he said firmly. More voices agreed. Yes, stop this. This is unacceptable. Someone near the entrance spoke loudly. The police are on the way. The tension grew heavier. The groom's side looked uncomfortable. My family looked furious. And in the center of it all stood my sister. Calm. Confident. Like she had already won. Everyone was speaking. Everyone was reacting. Everyone was choosing sides. Except me. I hadn't said a single word. Not one. And slowly, people started noticing. The whispers changed. Why is she so quiet? Why isn't she saying anything? My sister turned toward me again. A small smile on her face. Say something, she said softly. The room went silent again. All eyes on me, waiting for me to cry, to break, to cancel everything. I took a slow breath, looked at her, then at him, then at everyone. And finally, I spoke. Before you decide anything, I said calmly, there's something you should see. A pause. Confusion spread across the room. My sister's smile faded just slightly. I turned slowly toward the audience and took a step forward. Because this, I continued softly, is not the full story. The room fell silent again. Every eye fixed on me. And that's when I reached for the screen. The entire hall fell silent. No whispers. No movement. Just eyes watching me. I picked up the remote slowly. My hands were steady, not shaking, not nervous, because this moment, I had already lived it in my mind. I looked at my sister. For the first time, her confidence was gone just a little. Then I turned toward everyone. You all saw her proof, I said calmly. Photos. Messages. I paused. But you didn't ask one question. The room stayed quiet. Where did they come from? People exchanged looks. Confusion started spreading. My sister quickly stepped forward. Don't try to twist this, she said sharply. But I didn't even look at her. Instead, I pressed play. The screen behind us lit up. At first, it was just a normal video. A room. A quiet space. Then she appeared. My sister. The room gasped. She was standing inside a cafe, nervous, restless. And then he walked in. My fiancé. The video had sound clear. Everyone leaned forward. You finally came, my sister said in the video. Her voice softer, different. My fiancé looked confused. You said it was important, he replied. She smiled, then took a step closer. I'll say it clearly, she said. A pause. I like you. The hall went completely silent. On the screen, she continued. No, I love you. Gasps filled the room. My sister in front of me froze. Her face turned pale. Leave her, the video version of her said. Marry me instead. Shock spread across every face. We'll have a better life, she continued. Better than this. My fiancé in the video stepped back. No, he said clearly. The word echoed. I'm not interested in you. The room held its breath. I love her, he added. Silence, heavy, unavoidable. My sister in the video didn't smile anymore. Her expression changed. Cold. If I can't have you, she said slowly, then no one will. The video cut. Dark screen. Silence in the hall. No one moved. No one spoke. All eyes slowly turned toward her. My sister. Her lips trembled. This is fake, she whispered. But her voice had no strength. No one believed her. Not anymore. I stepped forward, calm, steady. He told me everything. I said quietly. I knew before this wedding. Shock hit the room again. I knew about her proposal. I knew about her plan. I looked straight at her. And I knew this is exactly what you would do. She stepped back. No, you're lying. But I continued. You created fake messages. Edited photos. Just to destroy him. My voice didn't rise. It didn't need to. The truth was already louder than anything else. My mother stepped forward, her face filled with anger and pain. And without warning, slap. The sound echoed in the hall. My sister stumbled back. How could you do this? My mother cried. Tears streamed down her face. You tried to destroy your own sister's life. My father walked forward next, his expression cold, disappointed. There is no place for lies in this house, he said firmly. Leave. The word hit harder than anything else. Right now. My sister stood there, shaking, broken. But no one stepped forward to help her, because now everyone knew the truth. Slowly she turned and walked away. Alone. The hall remained silent for a few seconds. Then all eyes turned back to me. To us. I looked at my fiancé. His eyes met mine. No fear. No doubt. Just truth. I took a step toward him, then another, and softly said, Now, should we continue? A small smile appeared on his face. The priest looked uncertain, but then my father nodded. Continue, he said. The ceremony resumed. This time with no lies, no doubts. Just truth. And when it was finally done, when we were officially husband and wife, I took a deep breath. Not of relief, but of clarity. Because that day, I didn't just get married. I saw the truth. I lost someone I thought was family, but I kept something more important, trust, love, and the right person beside me. And that was enough.